So, did I get diagnosed? Let me stop this. I had my assessment with Dr. Jane Partners, and I just wanted to share with you how it went. Have I been diagnosed? Well, watch to the very end of this video to see whether I have or not. Oh, the wait is so intense. Edge of the seat type of suspense, right? I'll just go through what actually happened on the day. It was supposed to be a 1-hour appointment, which was done on Zoom. Dr. Jane Partners are based in Lincoln, and I'm based in London, so it had to be a remote consultation. Right from the start, this person didn't really introduce himself, but I could see his name because it was a Zoom call, so that was fine. And I was told that we would go through 2 parts during the meeting. One of them is the background, especially childhood, as well as overall health. And then the second part, he said we would cover the form that took me weeks to complete. And during the first part, which took about 20 minutes, I was asked how my childhood was, whether I had a difficult relationship with my parents. I was asked whether I have childhood trauma. That was quite a strange question, especially that this person who was assessing me kept saying, "Oh, no worries, no worries, no worries." So to be asked that and then to hear, "Oh, no worries," I think it's just the way he talks. Anyway, no worries. And then we went on to the form that I had completed the night before with some clarifying questions. Shish! There was a part in the form where it asked for a close relative. Shish! I'm not sure why all these crowds are... Okay, I need to actually let me stop this. And my feet are completely soaked. So I actually asked my partner to complete the form for the section that required an input from a close relative, and that seemed to be fine. Also, I was surprised that I wasn't grilled. It's very strange how normally when you don't film, and you find a quiet spot and everything is really quiet, and then the moment you start filming, then you have a helicopter, crowds, and a siren. So I was a bit worried that he would pick up on the fact that my mom didn't complete the form in the section where a close relative was supposed to give their insights about childhood. There are different reasons why my mom couldn't complete that part, so I had to use my partner. Well, I didn't use him, but he completed that part, and that was fine. Another thing I was relieved about was the fact that I wasn't grilled too much about my childhood experiences, because I cannot remember anything from my childhood, even from secondary school. And the assessor said this is very common, and I guess they can draw some conclusions from the little information they do have. So that was reassuring. The bit on the form about cardiac history and cardiac health was interesting, and it turns out, which was even a surprise for me as a former doctor, that they have to ask this in case this goes on to prescribe a medication stage, and I guess some medications for ADHD can have adverse impact on the cardiac systems, so they have to rule out conditions, pre-existing conditions, or at least they need to know about them to manage this better. So for the second part of the interview, we went through my answers to the form that took me weeks to complete previously, and I had to give examples mostly about adulthood experiences with only some examples from childhood. As I said, he wasn't very strict about having an example for each of the symptoms from childhood. And then, so overall the interview lasted about 45 minutes. And in the end he said, there's going to be a second part during which I will tell you my findings and whether or not you have a diagnosis. So, did I get diagnosed? No, not on this particular occasion, but in 3 weeks I have another meeting with him, which will last for half an hour, and I will finally find out. Oh, the wait is so intense. Edge of the seat type of suspense, right? Oops, I think I just stepped on daffodils. Oh, sorry, daffodils. Sorry, didn't mean to. I'm just gonna go from here. Anyway, so I will post an update about my final stage of the assessment when it finally happens on the 17th of March. And until then, it would be really good to know what your experiences have been with the assessment process, whether that's Dr. J and Partners or another provider. Drop me a comment. Bye for now.